What's going on? I'm Justin, and this is episode 11 of Game Rants. And today I have some people on with me. Michael's returning once again.
Yep.
He's very enthused to be here once again. And today he's joined by his twin brother, Andrew, who actually agreed to be on a video.
I've been paid.
He has not been paid a dime to be on this video. This is purely voluntary.
A whole nickel.
Anyways, we're going to jump right into our off-topic discussion to begin. I don't know where you guys want this. If you guys want this order changed, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below, but that's beside the point. Anyways, the off-topic discussion today is going to be if you were trapped in a grocery store until you ate all the food inside, assuming the food can't go bad, how long would it take for you to eat everything? You also have access to a full kitchen. My friend Joey asks this question all the time. So I thought I'd pose it to some new people.
A full kitchen?
Correct. So you have to eat everything in the store, and you can't leave the store until everything has been consumed.
And you're in a grocery store?
Correct. Like,
So what's the question?
you have to eat everything in the store, and
How
you can't
long would it
leave.
take?
How long would it take?
Oh, how long would it take me to eat everything?
Yeah.
Gosh, that would take a long time. How big is it? Like
It's like
a store in
it's
a
like
small
a
town?
Walmart or a Target. It's like that big.
Oh God, you can't eat chairs.
Not like you eat the food, Andrew. The food, dog. The food.
That's a long time.
I know, but you can cook things and like put them together and stuff. But like you have to eat it all. You can't like just make it and like throw it away.
Probably a few months.
A few months?
Right?
You think it would just take you a few months?
If it doesn't, just? You think it's longer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh heck yeah.
I haven't been in a Walmart food area in a while.
It's like a third of the Walmart.
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh, it's got to be like, I would say at least a year, if not a year and a half.
Well, if I'm trapped in a Walmart and there's nothing else to do. Well, okay. If I'm trapped in a grocery store specifically,
it's
with nothing to do but cook and eat.
Yeah. How many meals do you think you'd eat a day, or where would you start?
I would probably still try to eat like a normal.
So you'd probably do like three. I'd probably do like four or five. Try to get through it because you have a lot. There's a lot of like, and there's the back stuff too. Like it's not just the stuff on display, because that's something you have to take into account too. For that, so I've spent like literally so many nights on a porch debating this question for like upwards of an hour. It's ridiculous how this works.
Good Lord.
Yeah, no. So what I've said, I've heard people say like 6 years. There's some yeah, like 6 years has been a common answer.
That's too long.
Too long, you think?
That seems super long.
Michael, how long do you think it would take you?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Andrew apparently thinks he can speed eat in like 3 months.
Well, I also do a lot of working out.
So like you're gonna work out and eat at the same time.
Yeah.
You still think you're high. It's not gonna take you 3 months.
Yeah, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that seems like a really short period of time.
Okay. How realistically, how long do you think
Now
it'll take you?
a year is sounding pretty good.
I think a year is realistic. I think it's possible, but like imagine like you have to like there's like just some stuff that's like. Oh, like I couldn't do the cottage cheese. Like,
Do you have to go through all of the oil
yeah,
and spices?
yeah.
Guess we're wasting some while we cook.
You can't. Like,
What?
yeah, you can't.
There's
Like,
so much of it.
yeah. So you're gonna have to get
And you
creative.
only use so little when you're...
There
I
be
know.
days where you're just like, well, it's time for a cumin sandwich again.
I know. I thought this would be a fun question to pose to Michael, including the fact his culinary
Expertise.
expertise as a culinary science major.
Time to eat some frozen chicken and drink some canola.
My favorite.
Time to deep fry this already fried chicken strip in some beer.
Again.
Again.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Oh my gosh. So I think we've kind of covered that. So let's go ahead and jump into our main discussion topic of the day, which is going to be games we played as kids. The first thing that jumps in my mind, especially with the three of us, is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Oh, man.
Beautiful game. Love that game. Isn't it coming? Is it coming to the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
They're doing it
allegedly.
again.
Yeah.
But they're doing it right this time, not Final Fantasy Explorers on the 3DS.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
That game was awful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Trash.
Did we ever complete Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
I don't think we ever have. We've gotten so close multiple times.
No,
I think you
I
have to
don't
play
think we
through
have
a
either.
6 full years.
Yeah, because I think we've gotten to like 4
We've
or
gotten
I think
to
we've
5.
gotten to 5.
We've gotten to 6.
I don't think I've ever.
I've gotten to 6.
Okay, well, you by yourself have gotten to 6.
I don't
but
think I've
we
played
as a
it by
group,
myself.
like us plus Jeff,
Well, we would
have
always have
not
to
gotten.
sync up times where we'd hang out, and then also make sure all of our 3DS
Advances
our
are
SPs charged.
Yep.
And we had to find enough cables that
Oh, yeah.
were working.
And some
Yeah.
of them don't work anymore.
Yeah.
And now we're adults, so we can't do it.
Yeah, and now we're adults and we all have lives, and it's a hard knock life in the burbs. But yeah, we'll probably never finish that game as a group.
We will now. that
I
it's
mean,
gonna
we
come
could
out.
literally just
on the Switch.
If it's coming out on Switch, we
possible.
can probably do it over the internet now.
Or we could just be all like, let's dedicate a weekend of our lives to sitting down.
we tried that.
Finally, no, we're actually gonna do it. We're not gonna bail.
That's what we said last time.
I know, but we didn't do it. We're bad. But yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, and we'd always name the town Subway. I don't know why. I have a Subway by my house, so I decided our town
Dude,
was
you're
gonna.
giving away your location.
I know, guys. I live by a Subway.
Guys, his satellite coordinates are.
Subway at Subway. I don't know satellite coordinates of my
Also,
house.
throughout this entire episode, I will be saying in order the numbers of his social security. So keep your eye out for that.
That is the first number. I'm scared.
Guys, we have 8 to go.
Anyways, is there any? Is
You
there?
said 8-2.
Is there any other games you guys can think of?
What? Way back in the day,
Yeah.
when it used to be pretty much just us, we would come over to your place and play. There was that Winnie the Pooh game on the N64.
Oh yeah. We still have it, or we got it. We rented it a lot, but I forget what it's called. But yeah, I remember that for
I just
sure.
remember specifically rock paper scissors for hours.
The one that jumps out to me in more recent memory, like I think we were like in 8th or 9th grade, is that EA Playground game for the Wii.
Oh,
It's like
yes, the dodgeball.
It's like
Oh,
the 3rd or
wow.
4th game I got for the Wii, and we literally played the whole thing.
day.
Andrew beat the whole story mode on my system at my birthday
Yeah,
party.
that was a bad time in my life where I was just like, video games are better than friends.
Andrew pulled an Eric, and if you don't know what pulling an Eric is, I'll describe it to you. So sorry, Eric. This is a shout out to you. I'm putting you out there because
Love you,
it's
boo.
fun. Love you, Eric. So pulling an Eric, when we were kids, we'd always like have these birthday parties and we'd have like a million TVs and like all our game systems. So Eric would show up and he'd bring his own TV and his own console and just sit in the corner and like do his own thing. Like that's pulling an Eric. So Andrew pulled an Eric at that birthday party. of
Yeah,
mine.
except I used your stuff.
Yeah, and Andrew just used my stuff and beat my game before I did.
I unlocked the characters for you.
You did,
Even
but
though
my
it didn't matter.
my favorite one was the black guy with the afro. That was the one I always was. He had like
Oh,
the
yeah.
basketball jersey. Oh, he was sick. I don't even remember what his name was, but.
Doesn't matter. He
was a
still
sick
got beamed
character.
in the face.
Or I remember there was another time where you two and Tommy came over, and you guys were obsessed with Wii Music.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
swear.
We
It's
never
a rhythm game.
Yeah, we never owned that game, but music is a very big thing in our family.
Yeah, that's
you guys
true.
had it, and dang, was it fun.
Oh, that game gets bashed on all the time on the internet, but when it came out, I loved it. I really did. It
was a lot of fun.
I will openly admit it on this podcast. I loved that game. It was super fun. Yeah, I mean, Michael, what about you? Anything stand out?
Pokemon racing.
I mean, oh my gosh.
Oh, that wasn't in our childhood though. That
We
was,
did.
We
did it when we were
started
kids.
it in our childhood, but we also did it going into college too. We did it so many times. The
Never
farthest
finished a game.
we were close in college. We
were
were
very
close.
We,
Yeah.
we did keep going back to Fire Red Leaf Green.
Of course.
The closest we got in college is we were on the 7th gym between us and Jeff.
That's
But
surprising.
oh yeah, I'm surprised we even got that close. Oh my gosh. Or like yeah, we would just never we'd like always start a new one and we'd maybe get to like the 2nd or 3rd gym and we'd be like,
That's because we would make it through a night, and then people would be falling asleep.
oh, I
playing the game.
know. Oh my
Sorry.
gosh. Yeah, I was pretty bad
Kids.
too.
Oh,
I like
another
my
one.
sleep.
Another good game that we played all the time that also people would fall asleep during because only one person played while walking around. Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Pokemon Channel.
That also came up in my head.
I was gonna bring that up next.
Yeah, but Tales of Symphonia is
Tales of Symphonia is
a great JRPG where one person controls a character around the world map, and then the only time you get to play with your friends is when you're beating something up, and
And you're
in
stuck in a line,
JRPG
and you can't move anywhere but left and right.
except for in the newer ones, they're going to free running.
Yeah. But that's back in the good old days for the GameCube, which is what we played a lot. We played so much GameCube. Another game that randomly just popped into my head is that skate game. I don't even know if you guys have it.
Oh,
The
Skate
Disney,
Adventure?
the Disney one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I remember I think I played it like once, but it just like randomly just popped into my head. Or like, yeah, I didn't even, was that game even that fun?
No,
I had fun.
I enjoyed
I
playing.
mean,
the
no,
game.
I
It was
didn't
not
like
that
it.
fun.
No, it was,
I played it mostly so I could listen to the music.
yeah.
That's true. I mean, Michael, this is the internet. You're allowed to have an opinion on the internet.
No, you're not.
I know. Some people think your opinion is wrong, but I think you're allowed to have an opinion on the internet.
Andrew, no one
Yes.
can see your ears.
For those of you who are just listening on the podcast, I raised my hand.
Okay, Andrew, do you have a question, comment, concern?
No, I was just saying that Michael's opinion is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Going back to Pokemon Channel.
Yes, okay. You want to jump back there?
Yeah.
Fine.
Pokemon was, I guess, probably one of
Pokemon!
the bigger things that we could all bond over.
Oh, yeah, we played
But
a lot of Pokemon.
yeah, that Pokemon Channel game was basically just watching TV, but it was all
Yeah, it
the
was.
exact same Pokemon garbage. There was a drawing channel though. That was pretty cool.
No, the best channel, dog, was the quiz show channel.
The Mary channel.
Oh, the Mary channel was the worst. That was so dumb.
I don't remember these channels.
The
I remember-
Mareep channel, it's literally Mareep
Oh,
hopping
yeah.
over. It's like counting sheep,
It
except
is.
with the sheep Pokemon. The quiz channel is like, I think it's like Wobbuffet's quiz show.
I think you're right.
I'm not entirely sure on that. If one of y'all want to fact check me, you can. Or you can fact check me in the comments below. I don't care. Fact checking me somewhere. But those, yeah. And those are the... And I remember, like, the animated movie that was on there. But that's...
That was
The
good.
Pichu one.
Yeah, that's literally... And the Squirtle shopping.
Pichu's coming to town.
You know, like, it had some like weird jazzy feel, like
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, I was like, is Louis Armstrong teaming up with the Pokemon Company right now? Like, this is real up in
He's
here.
super dead.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. The other one that pops into my mind that's like a big like other thing we could bond over was Yu-Gi-Oh! And the False-Bound Kingdom.
Oh,
Baby, another Pullman Eric Andrew moment.
so many wasted hours.
I finally beat that game.
Did-
Sometime in the middle of college, I was just like, I'm gonna do it.
Oh my
and be
gosh.
done with it. And I did.
I
Oh,
own
yeah.
it, and I think I've played it maybe like a couple times.
You've
But I
already-
own it because of you.
You
Andrew.
played it less than Andrew did on
Oh.
your own system in your own copy.
Oh yeah, way less. No, you guys bought it first, and then
Yes.
I went out and bought it.
Yep, and then I played it on your
Oh,
system
yeah.
and at your house more than you did.
Andrew, why is that a frequent occurrence in our childhood?
Because I was just like, man, video games are fun, and I wasn't a very athletic guy because I was.
Andrew, we
I was a
didn't do.
chubby
We
baby.
played video games all the time.
Yeah, but I liked the single player ones.
You're just all like, hey, we all can't beat Tommy because Tommy's gonna beat us all. If we play like Sonic Adventure Battle 2, Tommy's just gonna play as Amy and frickin' use time stops, so we can't do anything. And it's no fun.
Why do you keep always taking the ones I'm going to bring up?
Sorry, Michael, bring one up before I take it.
Well, you just put me on the spot.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle,
Is
a
a
game
great
I might be let's playing in the future.
Bomberman 64.
Oh,
I-
man.
I never actually played that one, but
Any of the GameCube ones. We rented those a couple times.
Yeah,
The main one was the 64 one.
I've played the Super Nintendo one a lot.
And then you
Oh,
have to
that
like
was better.
you have to like rub your hand across the start button really fast so you can unlock all the stuff without having to play
Oh
story
yeah, on the
mode.
N64, if you're on the title screen and you press the start button as fast as you can, and I mean super fast for it's like 2 or 3 seconds. You have to press the button so many times and overload the system, and when you do, you'll hear a chime. And after that happens, then you can start the game, and you'll get a bunch of different maps. And by a bunch, I mean like 3 because the N64 was made in like the 90s.
Yeah, I read. I was reading something the other day about how like the older games have like such a small capacity. Like A Link to the Past is like less than a gig or something like that, and it's crazy. Or like games nowadays are like 50 gigs or like just something absolutely insane.
And that's just all the compiled data. And I mean, you're playing like with maybe 5 to 10 of the gig is just the storyline. The rest of it is just other background applications that have to run with it to make it run smoother. But yeah, like you could make hours of gameplay out of like 500 megabytes back then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Michael, do you have any games now?
No.
You don't?
No.
You didn't enjoy any of the games we played? I have another one.
Go for it.
The DS game where we played Word Balloon. What was that called?
Oh.
Like 99.
Oh yeah, the
It's
card
like
game.
it's the
99
table
and one.
games or whatever.
Yeah, does somebody one of you two want to look that up and see what it's called?
I own that game.
You
We
do.
all, oh no, you could
No,
use
you could
the
download
download
Play.
play.
Yeah, we had the download play. So we would play like Word Balloon, which is like where it's like it's Wheel of Fortune type game. We were like you had to like guess the puzzle. I don't know why I liked it because I sucked at it. Or like we did the fizzy pop one all the time where like it was just a bottle and you'd literally just shake it.
Yeah.
That was very common. I think those are like the only two games we played on it, really.
I think we played poker a little bit, but then we stopped.
Yeah, because we were all like, we're like 12. We don't know how to play poker.
It was called 99 card games.
Oh,
Or ultimate card games.
99 ultimate card games. Okay, I'll take your word. Yeah, that was a ride. I liked that one. That was also later on around the DS era too. We played the heck out of that, and I'd always sit in like a weird corner too, like just away from everybody because I'm like, I don't want you guys to see my screen.
Even though
see
it
what I'm
didn't
doing.
matter.
It didn't matter because I sucked at it anyway. So
Don't worry, I thought I've won. Pokemon Stadium.
ooh,
Mini games.
man.
oh
Yeah,
yes,
specifically, Pokemon Stadium was not a great game because the original intent of it was to be able to do what a normal Pokemon RPG does, and that's run through gym battles. But the problem is that it gave you all of the Pokemon, but they were all specific levels and had specific movesets. You couldn't change it.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon Showdown, but worse.
yeah. It was pretty. That was one of the bad parts about it. But like, if you had a team like that, you had Pokemon that you could bring in to like from your individual
Right.
cart.
Yeah, so that little attachment.
Yeah, well, I have two of them.
Yeah, I think we had to.
Yeah, that was really nice. I remember this is kind of off topic, but we played it recently, and it still was just as fun. I had just as much of a
The
good
minigames
time.
Yeah, the mini games are where it's at.
I suck at them, but
Except for the trivia.
the trivia I was
dang
insane.
Well, you're Pokemon Rain Man, basically.
I mean, I watch a lot of Pokemon content on YouTube.
Onyx is 13 and a half feet.
And I and I make a lot of like I've done 7 Let's Plays on the channel at the point of this recording, and 3 of them have been Pokemon. 2 of them are a main series game, and 1 of them is a fan game. So
I never beat Uranium.
I did.
Yeah, and I
it
played
was
that game a
it was
long
a
time
fun
ago.
time. It was a very fun time, but did not play it in my childhood. What were some other things?
Let's go really early.
Really
Let's
early.
go like we just met in like 2000.
Okay, I'd be playing like Pokemon, probably like.
Well, we already covered that.
Well, like I told a story on one of my recent episodes of Pokemon Soul Silver and Nuzlocke. If you're not watching it, you should watch that. Plug card here. If I didn't do it, if you yell at me in the comments section below. I'm pointing, even though there's no like, they can't see
no
me
face
pointing.
cam.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll throw up a card so you can go watch that. But I told this story recently that like I literally got my copy of Gold version at my birthday, and I swear I sat like
Silver Squad.
Gold Squad.
Gold.
I sat in the corner and literally just played.
He pulled an Eric before pulling an Eric was cool.
I pulled an Eric before pulling an Eric was cool, and I just sat there and I'm all like, "This is amazing!" And Cyndaquil is the best. Cyndaquil is the best.
He's pretty alright.
Yeah,
high
I know
school
you guys disagree with me,
No,
but
he's alright.
Totodile.
Well,
Probably my favorite.
did you pick Chikorita?
Of course I did. I picked grass every generation and
Because
I hated it.
he's a schmuck.
He's a
Just because
schmuck.
in the very first generation, you were like, "Buh, I like blue, buh, Squirtle," and then Tom was like, "I like red, buh, Charmander," and I was like, "Well, I guess
know.
I've got to go Bulbasaur."
I was misguided back then. We all know Charmander's better.
I was all like, well, I like yellow, so Pikachu. That's what I did.
But why does Gary Oak get Eevee?
I don't know. They fixed it like 18 years later.
Yeah,
Or like 19 years later.
But still, it's too late.
It's too late. You think they should have done it earlier?
yeah. Dang it.
So, yes, you did like Eevee a lot. It's probably still.
Yeah, still do.
Oh, yeah. Except you don't like the newer ones.
Leafeon and Glaceon,
Yeah.
and I guess Sylveon.
You can lump Sylveon in there if you want.
They're not great.
They're not
I
good.
do like being able to just take my time away from playing a Pokemon game and go into Nintendogs and just pet my frickin' Pokemon for 10 minutes.
Oh, you mean Pokemon and me?
Yes, that's how you got Sylveon. Is you upped
I know.
its like friendship or whatever.
Yeah. I thought
Thanks for
I was like
wasting my time.
I was all like, wait, what are you talking about? Are you like going into a segment about Nintendogs? Because I liked some Nintendogs. I mean, that was
We
cool,
all had
dude.
Nintendo.
Did you know all of our Nintendogs are probably dead because we ever played
Yes.
that game?
Don't, I'm sad.
Or like, you mean how like everybody's Neopets are dead?
No.
And Tamagotchis.
Yeah, and Tamagotchis and like all those things that die.
Sometimes I forgot that the
Or,
Neopets
like-
starved.
Or
Oh God, they do.
yeah, Neopets were how many Neopet accounts did you guys have?
4?
I swear I had like 10. I made a new one like every time.
Probably way too many.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
You can never remember which one.
I could
you're
never
using.
remember the password.
You'd
Dang
think it'd be
password.
easier to get back into your account.
Oh, for real.
We were young. We didn't remember passwords.
Yeah. Did you guys ever play speaking of online games we played as kids, did you guys ever play Club Penguin?
I knew you were going to bring that up because I just thought about that. We played it together.
We did?
Remember?
Only
yeah.
a little bit.
A few years ago, we all got on it again,
We
created
did!
new accounts, and
Oh, no, we
and
did.
Jeff and I got our accounts banned because we started saying profane words.
That's right.
Just like those Club Penguin meme jokes.
It was incredible.
Oh my gosh.
What a rush!
Yeah. Oh jeez. That was
Those 12-year-olds didn't know what to hit them.
It was the
Yeah.
best 15 minutes I've ever had.
for like little kids on the internet. Oh man. People should do that for like a living or something.
I think they do.
Oh wait.
What is Fortnite?
What is Fortnite? What is
No, we're talking about young, good games.
Yeah, Michael. We're not
Oh,
talking about
sorry.
the modern day.
I'm sorry, I've never played Fortnite.
I have. I hate to admit that, but I have. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna bring up RuneScape.
I
Did
was
you
also
play
after you brought
RuneScape?
up.
Yeah, I played RuneScape.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
we spent weekends at our grandparents' house playing.
Yeah.
RuneScape.
So our parents had a bowling league, or were in a bowling league
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
some friends
Yeah.
of theirs, and that also gave us time because we live really close to our grandparents. Is we could go spend our weekends over there, and we would have pizza. Which probably contributed to my childhood obesity.
Andrew, we're not trying to get that deep.
I just like
This is not.
Andrew, this is not a counseling session. This is a podcast.
You're not
People are here to enjoy this.
This isn't therapy where you tell people on the internet your deepest, darkest secrets
and so I'm
or your
really
insecurities.
I'm
I
really
mean,
scared.
people treat it like it sometimes, but anyways, go
Anyway, I'm
ahead.
scared of peeing alone. So yeah, we would spend the weekends at our grandparents, and our grandmother has an account
Yeah, that's-
on RuneScape.
She like
She
played up
still
until. I don't know if
plays.
they got rid of the old one. Does she play the new one still?
If you have a membership, you can still play on the old stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Not anymore. They like. I thought they got rid of all
They
that
downed
now.
the old servers, but they kept member accounts.
Because you can play old RuneScape on mobile now.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was trying that out one morning. But anyways, go ahead with your story.
Yeah. We would stay the weekend and we would play RuneScape. Michael and I were never really too huge on it. We
No.
played it for a bit, but
We were young and I had no idea
yeah,
what was going on.
MMORPGs are really hard to stick around in
Basically,
because
we were
grinding
just
is tough.
We were
Yeah.
We were just trying to follow Tommy or our grandma around.
Yeah, especially RuneScape didn't have the tightest controls either, especially old RuneScape. I remember I started playing and like some like when I first started playing, some dude's all like, "Hey, follow me. Like I know like how to help you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, thanks, man."
You fell into PvP, didn't
he
you?
follows me, drags me out of the wilds into like level 18, starts beating the crap out of me, and I haul like I'm on $1 Million Mile. Shout out LeBron James and Tim Tebow. I did watch your show. But anyways, I sprint out of there, and I almost died.
And he catches you on the building and you don't get your $1 million.
yeah, no. I don't know how I got out of there because I was like, I think you're like level 3 when you leave the tutorial island or something. But yeah, I don't know how I lived, but I did. I lived to tell the tale in real life.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
What is that from?
I don't know.
A lot of things.
That's like
Spy Kids 3D.
the Fairly Odd Parents episode where he goes into the video game, which is also in
Breaking the Rules.
Breaking the Rules, which I love that game.
Which we
too.
played a lot when we were kids too.
Yeah.
And we beat
We did.
here
Yeah, you guys
We did.
that like a few months ago.
within the last year.
Yeah, it's been within the last year.
Yeah, since I've moved.
Who was all playing?
Me, you, and
played
my
some,
brother.
And Tommy.
played some, and
Did Tommy?
Yeah, as far as I know.
I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, we played it at your house.
Oh,
That's right, because we started it here and then we moved it over to your house.
right.
That's
That
right.
was another game that I was going to pull an Eric on.
Oh,
I tried to, but then you guys were always like, no, we got to do something fun together as a team. And I
yeah,
was like,
we have
well,
to do something fun as a group.
it's time for me to
Andrew.
get kicked out of our early games of Survivor.
Oh man. Oh gosh. What else is there? Is there anything like for the? Because we
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Shore.
That literally just popped in my head.
Sorry, my water bottle just fell over.
Oh, there's water everywhere.
Oh, no!
Oh, we're drowning.
No.
Oh, we have to ford this river.
Oh my gosh. Nice reference there. As Michael and Andrew go to swallow water. If that disturbs you, I'm sorry. And Andrew's trying to fix his mic now.
Hope it doesn't fall over.
But anyways, yeah, Oregon Trail was fun as you hear Michael swallow his water.
Sorry.
Michael,
Who was our team? It was a team of 5, right?
it's a team of 6.
6?
Yeah, because you have yourself and then you can have 5 other people.
Oh, I always forget to count
Wasn't it
myself.
usually the 3 of us, my brother,
Jeff?
Jeff, and Tommy? Because that's what we usually had around.
Yeah.
So that would make
I can
sense.
believe it.
And then, like, yeah, we played that a lot on, like, my old computer that we had here. It doesn't work on the new
Andrew always
stuff,
wanted to be the
unfortunately.
banker.
That's because being the banker was so smart. You had so much money.
You did have a lot of money.
So much money.
Did make a lot of sense. I remember, like, the very crappy... Do you guys remember the very crappy cutscenes on the version I had? Of, like, the kid getting bit by the rattlesnake. That's the one I always remember. He's all like, "Gee willikers, Bob, I got bit by me rattlesnake."
I actually don't remember.
I don't.
You
either,
don't?
We,
With, like-
we usually played the computer disc that we had.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
I swear we played it. I remember playing it.
Oh my
the one
gosh!
that I
No,
had.
you know where that came from? That was at school.
Oh, we played it at school, too.
in like 6th grade computer applications class.
We did.
Oregon Trail was, unfortunately for the teachers, on the computer.
Yes.
And Jeff and I were right next to each other in that class.
What
and
was
we played that?
What was that one game we played in 7th grade computer applications? Redline?
The racing one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
Redline.
that sounds right.
Yeah, Redline. That sounds right. I was bad at that
I
too.
played
Oh,
Pac-Man
I suck at
instead.
racing games.
Well, like you had to get your typing done first, and I was all like, "Oh, I type it like 2 words per minute." So
Jeff and I would, because we were given a specific time. It was like 90 seconds to do as much as you could, and Jeff and I would wait. Like we would just let the time run down, and we would just be like, "When do you want to start?" Because we were super cocky, and we could type like 50 words a minute, which isn't really fast, but it was fast for like 6th graders.
Oh yeah. I had like Andrew Schultz in my class who was like typing like
Yeah,
friggin' 70 words a minute or 80 words a minute, and I'm over here like, "I got 26 today! Yeah!" And I'm like going nuts because I can play Redline. And yeah, I don't really remember, because I was like, I'm a Mario Kart person, obviously. So like that's my kind of racing game.
There's no items here.
I know, where are the items?
The banana peel, it's the best.
No, where's the banana peel?
It's not the best.
Yeah, another question about kind of our childhood games. You guys had the Super Nintendo, correct? You
Yes.
still
Yeah,
do, yeah.
Still do.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the NES too?
No, we never had the NES.
Okay.
Just the SNES.
Just the SNES. Did Tommy get the SNES? Or did you
Our
guys?
dad
I
just
was
had
for
it.
our dad.
Oh, your dad just had it?
Yep, our dad had back in the day something about I think his friend had an NES or something
Okay.
like it, maybe an Atari.
Okay.
And then he bought an SNES sometime later in life, and then he bought our N64 as well.
Okay.
And then when we got old enough to play, he bought a second one.
That's right.
Yep, and then he kept it in their bedroom.
Yep. I remember he kept one in your parents' room, and he kept one in the basement.
Yep. And then, which was a huge mistake because that means that the kids could split up and play on 2 different systems at once.
I know. That was great.
Fool.
I know. Also, I remember. Oh shoot. I wasn't even gonna say that. I was talking about. I'm very spacey right now. I apologize. But I was gonna say that. Yeah, the first console me and my brother got, we got the N64 first. So I actually don't even own an SNES. I was all like Nintendo 64, like the Nintendo 64 kid. My brother actually got it from our babysitter for Christmas, or not for Christmas, for his birthday. That was like the first console we
That's
had.
nice.
Yeah.
That must have been really expensive back in the
I
day.
think it was like $100, I think, when
Back
it launched.
in the day, though.
But still, from a babysitter?
You should fact check me how much that was when the N64 launched. I'm kind of curious now, because we played a lot of Mario Kart 64, a stupid amount. But that'll be talked about on a episode of Game Rants that's going to come out soon. So look forward to that.
Well, yeah,
But-
because obviously we played a lot of Mario Party and
oh
Mario Kart and or just a crap ton of Smash.
yeah, just Smash. We played so much Melee. Oh my gosh.
But we've talked so much about those already.
Oh yeah, I've talked about those on previous podcasts. So much already.
It was $200
200?
in '96.
Okay, so we probably got ours in 97, 98. My brother's probably like 6 or he's probably 8. So we probably got ours in probably 2000. Maybe 99, 2000. So it'd probably be like it probably at least price dropped once by then.
Maybe 150.
Maybe like 150, 125, somewhere in that ballpark would be my guess.
They have the best Pokemon game ever that was only released in America, not Japan. Suck at Japan.
Pokemon Puzzle League.
Oh my gosh.
Michael, I remember you not liking that game when it first came out.
I know.
Because of a specific 3 other members of your family who crushed you every
I know.
time.
I was bad, and I was a really sore loser when I was a kid. Really bad.
And then now you just like play it obsessively when you can.
I love
Now he's the
Pokemon
best.
League.
Now he's
Like now,
haven't
everyone
played
who,
it in a while.
everyone who could beat him can't.
I'm probably really rusty.
I can't beat you anymore.
I can't. I hate that game.
I love it.
I can't play it to save my life. I never could. It was not my thing.
It took me too long to beat Mewtwo on very hard. But then I did it the first time, and the next time I beat him in like 2 tries.
Oh yeah, I remember getting Snapchats of that, or like when you broke the game in
I
college, or
loved that.
I broke the game twice.
because you were going too
It was
fast.
so good.
I wasn't going too fast. The game just it must have done something it couldn't process.
You know what game we haven't brought up yet? Sunset Riders.
What?
Why haven't we brought up
That
Sunset
wasn't
Riders?
really
That wasn't-
too much in our childhood.
Well, like,
it was also
I mean,
only for like a
it was-
month.
It wasn't a huge impact, but
It was
was?
funny.
It was more
it was
like
hilarious.
So the story behind Sunset Riders is like I have a modded original Xbox where like it has the entire SNES library, and we were just sitting in there like let's just play a random game. So we scrolled we were just doing like random scrolls, and then we would stop, and we landed on Sunset Riders, and we were playing it, and that's where like bury me with my money. That's where that came from. And yeah, I mean it's a Contra style game, and it's super fun.
very
Like
Contra.
it's just like it was so random, and like the lines in it are like pretty funny. Like we only like played it for like a month, but like it was still pretty. It was
It's memorable.
it was memorable. Yeah, it was memorable. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, Michael. I knew there was a reason I brought you.
Thanks.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
Not just because I'm in town.
Not because Andrew's in town. Andrew's in town.
The boys are back in town.
That's probably how I should have started the podcast.
Yeah,
to
rip
introduce
something
you.
off of another
Andrew's in
YouTuber.
town. Yeah, rip something off another YouTuber. That's what I do best.
It'll get you trending.
Yep.
And in a fight video.
Oh yeah.
And then everyone will hate you.
And then just call people out and challenge them to boxing matches.
You're going to start boxing YouTubers?
Yeah, that's
I'd
a
watch
thing,
that.
Michael. That's 2018.
Sure. I'm in the know on things.
Oh my gosh. All right, and we're going to go ahead and jump into our comment question of the day. What games did you play as a kid? Go ahead and leave a comment in the comments section below. So, we're going to jump into my new segment. Do you guys know what the name of my new segment is? I was brainstorming a name for this segment, and I'm super proud of what I came up with.
How
And
many
I know
hot
you
dogs can you fit in your mouth?
No. It's not a
It's 7.
It's not. Oh my gosh. I wonder if someone is actually going to put these numbers together and it's going to be like someone's actual social security number and they're going to freak out.
I mean, it will be.
Okay, but anyways, it's called the Tune Testimonial. How do you guys like the name?
Tune test. Well, I want to know what it is.
Okay, so basically what this segment is if we're going to talk about music you're listening to lately, video game or non, just whatever, kind of just throwing it out there. I was listening to, shout out to Ryan Higa and his podcast, and they were talking about music, so I wanted to throw it into my podcast. So I decided I'm going to do that because I can. So I'll go ahead and kick things off. I've actually been listening to an EP by J.R., I think his name is J.R. Arquino. And it's actually really good. It's called, let me look at it on my Spotify. I should be there in like 5 seconds, hopefully the volume won't play because it's copyrighted music and I don't have the rights to it.
You got 30 seconds.
I know, but still, 30 seconds, I'd be like, I'd be sitting there freaking out trying to figure out what it is. I think it's called, it's called Where We Started. It has like 5 songs on it. It's super good. He was actually on American Idol, fun fact of the day for you, but it's super good. But that's what I've been jamming to lately. What about you, Andrew? What do you got?
There is a great
Chorus at Brigham Young University.
Okay.
The BYU men's chorus.
Yes.
They have a killer hit track known as Nearer My God to Thee.
Okay.
They are beautiful.
Okay.
Just beautiful.
So you've just been listening to choir music a lot.
No. I mean, my music taste is very eclectic. I have anywhere from the Ninja Sex Party Band to Panic at the Disco, and then Brigham Young University, Small Pools.
That's how my Spotify playlist. Like I can literally jump from like literally hardcore rap to like a choir. Like that's how hard mine is
It makes
too.
you really
but
weird at the gym when you're
that's-
trying to lift and like be in like a really serious headspace, and then you hear like,
You're like, whoa, this is what I wanted.
I would imagine so. But the Brigham Young Near My God to Thee, that's what you've been listening to a lot.
it is an
lately.
incredible song. I got one of my friends in college addicted to it, and he's listened to it over 200 times in like a month.
That's insane. Okay. Michael, what about you? What have you been
I'm
jamming
gonna
to
first
lately?
start by saying that Andrew is using my Spotify account, so a lot of the stuff on his playlist was jacked from my playlist.
Okay.
That's true.
Just
That is true. A lot
initially,
of it is from you.
but recently
Everybody's
I watched,
stealing from you today.
Yeah, right. Recently I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Okay.
So I've been listening to a lot of Queen music.
Okay.
Queen is incredible.
Okay. Any you want to shout out? Give us your top 3 Queen songs
Oh,
right
well,
now.
obviously Bohemian Rhapsody is like the best one.
Okay.
And then
I
I
agree
like
with that.
Don't Stop Me Now.
Okay.
That song is really
And
good.
then I don't know.
Yeah, name a third Queen song.
What?
What? That's
Come on.
easy. I can do that like in my
We Will
sleep.
Rock
Of course you
Fat
can.
Bottom Girls.
And you don't like those as much?
Bicycle Race, Radio
I'm just-
Gaga.
Those first 2 are the ones that like I feel like everyone knows. And
Yeah.
they're very-
Well, We Will Rock You. I'd throw that one
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. But yeah. Anyways, go ahead and talk about your guys' favorite music in the comments section below. I'll put all of our recommendations in the description.
No, he won't.
No, I probably won't. I don't know. If you guys want them down there, let me know. I'm just testing out some new.
Use your discretion.
I'm testing out some new. What are these called? Segments, just to kind of spice things up. You know, keep the podcast fresh.
Much like the cayenne
cumin
pepper that we'll be
sandwich.
eating in that grocery store.
Yes. Oh, way to tie it back, Michael. And on that note, Yeah, I do not have a random video game fact. Do you guys have a random video game fact?
I always have random video game
Andrew.
facts. But before we get to that,
Oh, great and powerful Andrew. What do you need to say?
I am a benevolent god.
Oh, okay.
Before we get to that, I do have one singular question.
Yes.
What is your all-time favorite game you played as a kid?
Oh, that is a great. I will actually take that into account. Oh gosh.
Freaking better.
Is there an age range?
I say.
Do you want me to? Yeah.
I say in elementary school and before.
Okay. I'd probably say Melee then. Probably Melee.
I mean, I was gonna say that too, but there's another one that I thought of when I was a kid. Loved Elmo
Oh yes.
a lot.
Elmo's counting.
I had this Game Boy Color game. It's like I don't know the exact name, but it's like something about
Elmo does
Elmo
count.
and his lost blanket or something.
Aw, and Michael does have a cute baby blanket.
I don't remember the exact title, but that one I played that a lot.
Okay. Andrew, what about you?
My
What's
game.
your question?
It's a game that we never owned, but we stole from our cousins, and then we gave back, and then they lost it.
Shadow
in
the Hedgehog.
house. No, that is another.
They did
one.
lose
I
that,
love though. that was later. I'm talking about on the SNES, Spider-Man and Venom: Separation Anxiety. It is my favorite game of all time, and it takes you. I have played the game and so I know like everything about it. Not everything, but I know quite a bit. I beat the game in like 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Okay, I'm just saying breaking news. I literally thought of something that I'm surprised we did not bring up earlier, so not to cycle back through your segments, but how did we not talk about Billy Hatcher?
How did we not talk about Billy Hatcher?
Because Billy Hatcher is easily forgettable for a decade, and then we play it for a night.
No, we literally went to go find it because our cousins lost that
We
one
did.
too.
We went
and then
to-
we bought it online.
No, we didn't.
No, we bought it at
We
Gamers.
went to Gamers down the street.
Yeah,
and
we
then
bought it.
We came back to my apartment and we played it for a night, and we haven't touched it since.
But it was the best night ever.
We bought that game for like original market price for no reason.
All right, well, let's jump back into our random video game fact segment because we just backtracked, but now we're going to retrack. So if you guys are on the same track with us, anyways, we're on the random video game fact. And oh, great and powerful Andrew.
Okay.
Do you have a random video game fact for the audience?
I'm going to go ahead and give this one that I already told you today.
Okay.
If you're a Square Enix and Disney fan,
Okay.
you know of the game Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
In Kingdom Hearts 3, the final antagonist that you know of, unless you've played through the game,
Xehanort.
his name is Xehanort. And if you know about that, all nobodies in the game have the same name, same letters in your name as their original, but you add in an X and you make it an anagram. So, for example, the protagonist named Sora, his nobody's name is Roxas.
Is it?
Now, Xehanort, his name, if you take out the X and you try to unanagram it, his name is No Heart.
Oh, it's deep stuff.
No Heart.
Deep stuff. All right. Well, if you guys like this video, go ahead and
Smash that like button!
Oh, Andrew was waiting for that.
I love it.
And go ahead and
Hit that bell.
hit that bell to receive notifications.
Dingle dangle on my dingle
And
dangle.
do I have a squad name for like my fans? Do I have a name for my fans?
Light it up. I don't know.
Join the lights.
Come to the light.
Oh, God.
Oh,
no, wait.
cult! I'm a cult.
Maybe not. We can workshop it.
We'll workshop it. If you guys have a fan group name that you guys want to be called, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. But anyways, does anybody have anything they want to plug?
Nerd herd.
Nerd.
Oh, that was weak.
Michael was trying to plug his
I had to
water.
lose too much
Andrew, do
water.
you have any social media projects you're doing you want to
No,
plug?
but I do highly recommend everyone treat themselves right, healthy diets, and if you're afraid, go get yourself screened for colon cancer.
Okay, good idea. Andrew does work for a colon cancer
Screening company.
screening company. That's what I went with. So yeah, use that. But yeah, also go follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Those are always in the link in the description below. I will talk to you guys on the next episode of Game Rants or whatever you're watching next. And I hope you have a good one. Andrew, I'll leave the whispering to you since you love it so much.
I hate this segment.